Hi, you students and all the family of my channel. I am your teacher Ahmed from Tepe International School. Welcome to my channel. I am going to teach you grade 10 chemistry unit 1 and part 1 new curriculum. I hope you'll be learning and easily understanding chemistry since it is going to be supported with several laboratory experiments and many other exercise questions. Just I want to remind you to subscribe, comment, like, and share. When we come to the contents of the title, the major title is just chemical reactions and stoichiometry, and the manner of the subtitles included at the introduction part, chemical equations, types of chemical reactions, till stoichiometry. There are many exercises which are to be discussed and several laboratory experiments to be just provided on this unit. The outcomes that are expected upon you are the following points. Just you are supposed to be able to define the basics of chemical reactions. What are chemical reactions? They are the process of converting reacting substances into other new substances. Okay, describing the four major types of chemical reactions, including combination reaction, decomposition reaction, single displacement and double displacement reactions. Developing skills in writing and balancing chemical equations. How can you write balanced chemical equation? Just writing chemical equation and balancing. Defining the oxidation and reduction reaction. The oxidation is type of chemical reaction in which it involves the increase in oxidation number of elements and it is just the loss of electron from atom of element. This is the reverse change. Reduction is the reverse change. These are the opposite of oxidation, which means reduction is a type of chemical reaction in which it is accompanied by a decrease in oxidation number or gain of electron from atom of other elements. And many of these the pointers including these listed items will be discussed, and you are expected to have enough knowledge about this topic. When you come to the startup activity, we'll deal about the changes in our daily lives can include fruit ripening, which involves the transformation of raw fruit into ripe fruits. This is just chemical reaction process or the chemical change. What is the difference between the raw fruit and ripened fruit? Okay, the raw fruit is the fruit which contains the original substance as it is just made by plant. Okay, for example, the pigments on the raw fruit will be converted into other forms in order to prepare or produce ripened fruit. The pigments including chlorophyll, anthocyanins, and carotenoids. These things will be changed into other forms in order to get ripened fruit. Yeah. Are these changes reversible? No. After the fruit is just ripened, it cannot be converted into its original content. Okay, therefore it is just chemical change process and it is irreversible. Make a list of at least 3 more changes that occur in your day-to-day activities. There are many types of chemical changes that are taking place in our surrounding environment every day in our everyday life. For example, photosynthesis. Okay, this is just the preparation of food by green plants by the combination of carbon dioxide gas and water with the help of sunlight energy. Just you can write the reactants and the products of the photosynthesis as follow. This is just carbon dioxide gas and water combined chemically with the help of sunlight energy. Okay, what will be formed? Glucose plus oxygen will be formed. Glucose means C6H12O6 plus O2 will be produced by this process of the green plants to get just this is the food produced by green plant. Cellular respiration. For example, our body cells will just oxidize glucose into energy and some other carbon dioxide, water vapor. That means in our body cells, what will be happening? This is the reverse change of this photosynthesis will be taking place in the cellular respiration process, which means glucose will be oxidized with the help of oxygen here to get energy for our body. It is glucose plus oxygen gives carbon dioxide gas plus water vapor plus energy will be produced. Okay, this is just the chemical change process taking place in the cells of the body. Decomposition of rock salt, for example, marble, limestone, and other rock salts will be decomposed chemically when acid rain is falling to those substances. Acid rain means the rain which containing acid like nitric acid, carbonic acid, and others. Okay, therefore, marble, that is calcium carbonate, okay, will react with water, the rain which containing acid. It is composed of these substances. The reaction will be taking place. It's just formation of calcium nitrate, carbon dioxide, and water vapor will be produced. Not water vapor, water itself will be produced. Okay, liquid water. Therefore, calcium nitrate plus carbon dioxide plus water will be formed by this decomposition of rock salt, that is marble or limestone. Okay, question number 2. Are the following changes reversible? For example, the dough, which is changed to bread through baking process. The contents of dough will be converted to some other new contents and forms bread. Therefore, the bread cannot be reversed into dough, okay, after it is baked. Fire would change to ash, and carbon dioxide also will be formed by this burning process. Okay, burning of fire, I mean wood, produce ash and carbon dioxide. Okay, therefore these changes are irreversible changes. They are chemical changes, and they are the types of irreversible chemical changes. Number 3, explain whether the following refer to the quality or the quantity of substances. For example, a farmer determines the amount of fertilizer for his farm. The amount, you see, amount means quantity. This is quantity. If it says determines the type of fertilizer, if it was type, it will be corresponding with quality, not quantity. Okay, but amount is quantity. A nurse calculates the dose of medicine for his patient. Dose, again, just indicating about quantity, not quality. Okay, these are the pointers. Okay, when we come to the introduction part of this unit, we'll deal about changes. Okay, change is a law of nature. It is obvious. We observe various types of changes around us, including the growth of seeds into plants, the burning of wood in a fireplace, roasting of iron articles in moist air, rotting of food by bacteria. These and such type of changes are chemical changes. The other changes, including the evaporation of liquids and the crushing of solid objects like glass and wooden material into pieces, and melting of ice and so forth. These are types of physical changes. Scientists generally classified or categorize changes as physical change and chemical change. What is physical change and what is chemical change? Roman number 1. Physical change is a change that does not involve the formation of new substance with no chemical composition. This including the evaporation of liquids, including seawater, powdering of sugar, and melting of ice. These and such type of changes are physical changes. Roman number 2. The change that results in the formation of new substance with new chemical composition is called chemical change. That's including such type of change like of turning of milk into curdle. The protein substance of the milk will just attract each other when the milk is going to be stored, getting heat. Okay, therefore it forms solidified particles, that is curd, And photosynthesis are discussed as we discussed in the above discussion. Okay, this is preparation of glucose and oxygen by green plants, and rotting of egg by bacteria. Such type of changes are chemical changes. That's obvious. In general, a change is called chemical change or chemical reaction if it exhibits or shows all or part of the following characteristics. What are those? 1. Formation of new substances. This is just type of chemical change, or this is a characteristic of chemical change. 2. Roman number 2. Production of heat or light or buzz during the changing process. This is the chemical change characteristics. Changing color, yeah, this is also the characteristic. For example, the potassium permanganate purple color will be colorless if it is just reacted with acids. Okay, this is because chemical change taking place. Its color will disappear. Changing temperature. Okay, yeah. For example, chemical changes are accompanied with energy or heat changes. Maybe exothermic. If it is exothermic, it releases energy to the surrounding environment and increase temperature. The reverse is endothermic reaction or endothermic chemical change. The change that absorbs energy from the surrounding energy, and that is cold, which means the temperature is low. And such type of changes are just showing the characteristics or indicating the characteristic of chemical change. Chemical reaction is a process in which reacting substance or reactants converted into new substance called products. Okay, the conversion of reactants into products process is called chemical reaction. For example, a yellow solid non-metallic sulfur burns with oxygen, colorless gas, gives new substance, sulfur dioxide. This is of course colorless gas, but it is poisonous and having pungent odor. Okay, which is having completely different chemical properties with that of the reacting elements, oxygen and sulfur. Okay, a chemical reaction is represented by shorthand notation called chemical equation, which means this is a chemical equation of the combination of hydrogen molecule and nitrogen molecule to form ammonia. The reaction taking place between these two elements to form ammonia is represented by this equation, which is chemical equation, and the process is chemical reaction. Reactants converted to products. Here, this one is changing to the product. The quantitative study of reactants and products in chemical reactions called reaction stoichiometry, which means reaction stoichiometry means the quantitative study of the reactants and products. For example, reactants, 1 mole of the hydrogen and 1 mole of nitrogen and 1 mole of ammonia is just observed here. Of course, it is not balanced. The equation is not balanced for the time being. But what it shows that 1 mole, 1 mole, 1 mole in the reactant, 2 moles, and the product 1 mole. Just this quantitative study is about what does it mean reaction stoichiometry. When you come to exercise 1.1, these are just what is chemical reaction. This is what we discussed in the above discussion. Okay, chemical reaction is the process of converting reacting substance to new other substance called product. And explain the meanings of chemical and physical changes using examples. Chemical changes, just it is the definition. The chemical changes or reactions are the reactions that are converting existing or reacting substance into new other substance. We can mention so many examples. For example, the nitrogen and the hydrogen react together to form new substance ammonia. Okay, and when magnesium metal burns with oxygen, it forms white ash. Okay, these and many examples can be mentioned. Physical changes, just crushing, evaporating, powdering, and such like changes are types of physical changes. Therefore, can just write the definition as follow. Okay, these are the pointers to be discussed for this class. If you do have any question or any idea, just you can put on the comment area.